Missing a fascinating conversation we're having with the Cuban Five. These are 5 people who spent upwards of 15 years in prison in America. They were busy trying to find out the people that were trying to destabilize their country, and a lot of them were based in Florida, and they went to try and infiltrate and find out who were doing these things. The Americans got them, put them in prison, and the last of the Cuban 5 were released at the end of last year, and they're visiting us here in South Africa now, and we're in conversation with them. We'd like you to participate at Morning Live SABC if you have any questions that you'd like to raise and put through to the Cuban 5. But just before that, this hero's welcome that they got and the excitement that we're seeing here in South Africa, the Tripartite Alliance has very much come together with this particular journey. And I'd just like to hear from the president of Cosatu, Sdumo Dlamini, right now, his thoughts at this momentous time, the arrival of the Cuban 5 in South Africa, and what it means to a trade union movement such as Cosatu.
Thank you very much, Peter. Indeed, it's a day or a number of days of jubilation, because whilst we owe our jubilations to the Cubans, we have played as workers in South Africa, the Congress movement as a whole, to ensure that this comes to a reality. We are indeed quite excited, but we also remember what are the experiences between South Africa and the Cubans. The SG has articulately spelled out what and why we are here. We say thank you. We say thank you to our friends. We say thank you to the Cubans for all the time raised and kept our hopes high for our own liberation. It's a moment of great joy, but it says to us, because they are now a very strong voice, a powerful voice to go all around the world, emphasizing solidarity and defense of those who are oppressed by other nations. Cuba is getting through. It's not yet there. But these voices, we will be looking up to them for the message carrying through. Cosatu stands behind yourselves. We stand behind the Cubans. And your liberation is our liberation too. That's what is so critical for the workers of this country.
Okay, so the work is definitely still not done. Secretary General Gwede Mantashe spoke about the economic blockade that's still there. It's still very difficult to trade with Cuba, and this blockade has been there since 1960, and that's affected the lives of ordinary Cubans in a some would say inhumane way, and there have been calls by many bodies across the world that this blockade must end, and we'll explore that, and perhaps this, they call it the Cuban thaw now, this warming up between America and Cuba, started by President Barack Obama, and I believe Pope Francis also got involved. But more on that after this quick break. Stay with us.